Scratch that idea.
That's a big brown, bro.
Okay, one of the common, I don't want to call it an urban legend because there is some truth to it, but there is a common misconception that ice off can be some of the best fishing of the year. And while I'm not here to dispute that, I'm also here to dispute that. And what I mean by that is, I just saw a fish jumping over there, so what do I know? But we've got ice that's in, I don't know, is that 50, 60 feet? And this is the comment I get all the time. Dude, you just get a woolly bugger and you throw it onto the ice and you pull it off into the water and the fish will just kill it. Now, I have had that happen once. I've really only tried it a handful of times. But there are some nuances to fishing at ice off. We've lucked it, not lucked. I know exactly when to come here and what to look for. We're at a higher elevation. The ice literally has just pulled back within the last 2 or 3 days. That is pro tip number one. If you're gonna hit the ice off, I would recommend hitting it as close as you can to the time that the ice starts to recede for ideal purposes of what we're gonna talk about. But by the end of the video, you're also gonna know when not to hit it after ice off. And we'll also talk about some techniques that can be helpful to help increase your catch rate when you're fishing at ice off, or if the lake has turned over, we'll talk about that as well. But anyway, come along, let's catch some fish right off the ice shelf. I've got a woolly bugger, I'm good to go. Nice tailing loop. Freaking woolly bugger. Yeah. Okay. Ice shelf. According to popular legend, it should be okay. All right, so first things first. I gotta hit the ice shelf. And if, in case you have, son of a gun. Take two. Wait a minute. A uni knot. Scratch that idea. Okay, now to be fair, it was not on the ice shelf. But it was close. A fat ice off fish is probably just sitting under that ice going, dang, hungry. Oh, you know what I forgot? It's all good. He ate the leech though. He's gone. Okay. I got a 3-fly setup. And he took the top one, which was a leech. And again, did not land on the ice shelf, but it was close. So let's just call this one that we're kind of close to the ideal ice off time. And I'll call that a win, but let's keep going. Could have been a fluke. I must have guessed right on which. Okay, we'll give you a little update here. Some fish. I went on a streak of, again, I don't know who was tying my knots, but they were not good. Spencer's had an indicator rig on, and since I have the mic and he's got the camera, we're sticking to this. And this is a nice little tiny ice off rainbow. Indicator setup. He ate a chironomid. Would that be an SOS chironomid?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, so money. So we're gonna let him swim back in this crazy, oh look, little beetle. Eat the beetle, buddy. And he gone. So what did we learn today? Well, number one, the fish are active, they're eating. There's some chironomids coming off. The ice has kind of been in and out, but right there. And so far today, the strategy, the pattern has been kind of slower presentation retrieval. We're happen to be close to the ice shelf because that's the depth that they're eating at. I wouldn't assign any magical properties to the fact that the ice is there, although I did catch one where it kind of hit the ice, pulled it off, and I had a fish on. So, okay, there is some truth to that. But let's keep at it. The fishing is actually really good. Maybe 3-4 days from now, all bets are off. And it had been 2 days ago, this thing's ice capped. So it's a balance, but sometimes you hit it right. I'm rolling.
Okay. Oh, he didn't know where to go. Turns back, he's like,
Bye.
that's a big fish, dude. Right at me. Yep. That was cool. Okay.
All right, we'll call this guy the 3 strikes, you're out. I saw a fish roll right out by the ice. Cast in there, bunch of nervous water. And Spencer's indicator's going nuts right now. He hit again, I missed it. I just set it there, a reason not to trout set at ice off or any time we are fishing still water. Then I just killed the fly, let it sit. He picked it up. Boom, a little fatty on a This is for you, Brig. Thin mint, leech. I'm probably gonna switch. Still, thin mint's good. Black was better. So he's a short, stubby guy, but still good fish. So, moral of the story here, guys, with ice off. Is ice off frequently or often hyped? 100%, absolutely. It can be overhyped. We're getting fish every few casts here, so I would say the fishing is pretty good. I would say this in most cases where you go to try to get an ice off event such as this, where again, we're able to cast right to the ice, which is what everybody says you're supposed to do. But it's been good. So the takeaway here is I would just pay attention when the ice comes off. You might be a slight bit too soon, and you might be too early, or I mean, too late. So you may be too early, you may be too late, but there is a time frame here. And I was gonna literally disprove this whole thing, sorta, kinda, but honestly, it's been pretty good. So how do you know when the ice is coming off? Well, you have a network of friends that can tell you. There's some websites that you can look at that will tell you about, give you an idea of when the ice comes off. The other way, like we did, we had no idea really. We figured this might be. I knew it was locked up last week, ice cap. So we drove here, and it was a bit of a risk because it is not a short drive. But it's been a very productive day. We're gonna keep fishing. At the end of the day, we will list stuff we've been using. These are kind of our Stillwater staple rods, which is gonna be a 10-foot 6-weight. I'm using a midge tip. Spencer's using an indicator rig. Again, we like to mix it up. And the key here, like I said, has been fairly close to the bottom, not ripping it, letting the fish eat it. They've been a little subtle in some of the takes, but like that guy, he was not gonna take no for an answer. So he was out. Anyway, check us out at flyfishfood.com. Get out there and ice fish. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you have any comments, drop them in the comments, and we might answer them. Take care.